The Story of Joan of Arc, the Maid Who Saved France, narrated by Jonathan Waite. Over 500 years ago, the children of Domrémy, a little village on the border of France, used to dance and sing beneath a beautiful beech tree. They called it the fairy tree. Among these children was one named Jeanne, the daughter of an honest farmer, Jacques d'Arc. Jeanne sang more than she danced, and though she carried garlands like the other boys and girls, and hung them on the boughs of the fairy's tree, she liked better to take the flowers into the parish church, and lay them on the altars of St. Margaret and Saint Catherine. She was brought up by her parents, as she told judges at her trial, to be industrious, to sew and spin. She did not fear to match herself at spinning and sewing, she said, against any woman in Rouen. When very young, she sometimes went to the fields to watch the cattle. As she grew older, she worked in the house. She did not any longer watch sheep and cattle. But the times were dangerous, and when there was an alarm of soldiers or robbers in the neighborhood, she sometimes helped to drive the flock into a fortified island or peninsula, for which her father was responsible, in the river near her home. She learned her creed, she said, from her mother. 20 years after her death, her neighbors, who remembered her, described her as she was when a child. Jean Morin said that she was a good, industrious girl, but that she would be often praying in church when her father and mother did not know it. Jean Waiterin, when he was a boy, had seen Joan in the fields, and when they were all playing together, she would go apart and pray to God, as he thought, and he and the others used to laugh at her. When she heard the church bell ring, she would kneel down in the fields. All those who had seen Joan told the same tale. She was always kind, simple, industrious, pious, and yet merry and fond of playing with the others. In Joan's childhood, France was under a mad king, Charles VI, and was torn to pieces by two factions, the party of Burgundy and the party of Armagnac. The English took advantage of these disputes and overran the land. The two parties of Burgundy and Armagnac divided town from town and village from village. It was as in the days of the Douglas Wars in Scotland, when the very children took sides for Queen Mary and King James, and fought each other in the streets. Domrémy was for the Armagnacs, that is, against the English, and for the Dauphin, the son of the mad Charles VI. But at Maxey, a village near Domrémy, the people were all for Burgundy and the English. The boys of Domrémy would go out.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?